Welcome back, everyone. This is Theory DT broadcasting another Call of Duty Black Ops weapon review of the AUG, otherwise known as the AUG. Now, I haven't used this gun very much. In the first Prestige, I kind of tinkered around with it a little bit. I really didn't get a too good of a handle on it, but it's actually kind of like the FAMAS in a sense. It's almost the same exact thing stats-wise and rate of fire. It's almost near 1,000 rounds per minute. On paper, it's 941 rounds per minute, if I'm not mistaken. Has 30 in the clip, 45 if you do extended mag with it, so that's really good. The gun's recoil, I'm going to go with moderate high, especially if you're using an AUG. I tried using it in the middle of this round, as you'll see, and I was having a tough time with it. Maybe with extended mag, Warlord, and AUG might make up for it, but without a grip, it suffers pretty good with that AUG. But, close to medium with an AUG, it's not too bad, but for long distance when you're trying to pick off people in core, it takes about 2 or 3 rounds to bring someone down, so it's just something to consider with your attachments, but I really couldn't get used to it. If you notice in there earlier in the video, I was actually diving away from explosives and grenades. These guys were using RPGs and grenades like crazy. I couldn't even believe it. That's the only time I actually, myself personally, recommend diving, is when you have frags thrown at you and you know someone's going to pop off an RPG at you. I've actually survived quite a bit of frags and explosives just from diving alone, so I know people like to dive and try to catch people off guard running around the corner doing that, but honestly, those have been free headshots for me. So, hey, kudos to you if you like giving people free headshots diving like that. But personally, I think it's more defensively, but that's just my opinion, though. Post your comments what you guys think about the new diving, because I know it's really new to Call of Duty, and it's something you don't actually see in first-person shooters very often, dive moves like that. I got a couple buddies of mine playing with me. I got Rundown, the Enchilada, which I call him Chinchilla, Cash Money Banks, and RC Surf were all playing with me today. We were actually doing pretty well. We actually played about 10 games, and we actually did not lose not one game, actually. So we were doing very good. And right here, I'm actually just hip firing from medium distance, and I was just picking people off of that. So I've talked about that in my previous review about the steady aim and a little bit overpowered it is right now. But honestly, I love that thing. I just love hip firing. And especially with this gun with its rate of fire, if you're that kind of spray and pray kind of guy, putting on marathon and steady aim might work out really well for you. Now the iron sights on this gun I'm going to start using now. The iron sights are awesome in this gun. The peeps are really excellent on the gun, and it has the bullpup design, which the magazine and the chamber and all the action takes place in the rear of the gun, which is to reduce recoil. And I believe this is actually Australian base weapon, it's infantry weapon that the Australians use, if I'm not mistaken. So I know this gun was kind of what they said ahead of its time back in the early 80s, but it's actually a really good gun. A couple things to point out there, actually just before I started talking about the way that the gun's designed. I was in the last stand for almost 30 seconds until my buddy Chinchilla came and picked me up. I had cut a lot of that video out there because there was a couple times here where I actually got put in a second chance, and I was actually down for almost a full duration before I got revived, but my buddies managed to actually pick me up. It's a good thing too when you're actually picking up a buddy. It's going out there and rushing to go get them is never the good thing. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll actually put someone down. If I see them in second chance pro, I'll actually leave them out there so some other person, I can actually shoot the next person trying to pick them up, especially if they're not trying to move. My buddies usually try to wait and see if anyone else is going to come around the corner, especially with second chance. Now this gun is really good. I definitely recommend using the gun. Thanks again for watching the video. Definitely enjoy all the rest of the videos I'll be posting throughout the week. And you guys have a great time out there in Call of Duty, alright?